What are your superpowers again?
I'm rich.
Ben Affleck is an American actor, winner of 2 Academy Awards, director, screenwriter, producer, and the tallest Batman of them all. Many people are ambivalent about his works, but we can say for sure that almost everyone knows who Ben Affleck is. Batman. What's up with Ben Affleck and how much he earns? Benjamin Geza Affleck Bolt was born on August 15, 1972 in Berkeley, California. Ben is of Irish and Scottish descent. According to some reports, the boy received his middle name in honor of a Hungarian Jew named Geza, who managed to survive the Holocaust and later became a close friend of Affleck's parents. His mother, Christopher Ann Bolt, was a schoolteacher. As for the father, Timothy Byers, Affleck was soul-searching for a long time. In his youth, he performed in one of the Boston theaters, where he was friends with Dustin Hoffman and Blythe Danner, the mother of Gwyneth Paltrow. Unfortunately, his passion for alcohol put an end to his acting career. After that, he worked as a social worker, cleaner, bartender, and auto mechanic. Eventually, he moved to California, where he became a pharmaceutical sales representative. When Ben was 3 years old, his brother Casey was born, who later also became an actor. Ben's first experience in front of the camera was a cameo in the 1981 film The Dark End of the Street. As the actor himself later admitted, he got into this film by accident, as it was filmed by a family friend. His father's passion for alcohol became the reason for Ben's parents to divorce in 1984. The mother found a job at a Cambridge school and moved with her sons to Massachusetts. Having lost his family, Timothy continued to drink. He became homeless, and only in the late 80s was he able to get into a rehabilitation center and overcome the addiction. He stayed in the center for 12 years. At the same time, Ben and Casey's mother focused on the all-round upbringing of her sons. She was of liberal views, intelligent, and well-read. She took the boys to the theater and introduced them to the world of literature. Local bohemians often came to their house. Chris hoped that the boys would follow in her footsteps and choose this teaching profession. However, at the same time, she took them to auditions for commercials and even bought a video camera so that Ben and Casey could shoot their own home movies. Thanks to Christopher's connections, a casting director on television cast 12-year-old Ben for a role in the educational series The Voyage of the Mimi. He periodically acted in it for several years. In Cambridge, Ben met Matt Damon. They lived a couple of blocks from each other and went to the same school, with Matt being just a couple of years older. They attended a theater studio together, and as Damon later recalled, their teacher Jerry Spaz was singling out Affleck and giving him the most important roles with long monologues. Matt often disappeared at Ben's house. The spirit of freedom reigned there. Affleck was allowed to bring friends over, drink beer, and smoke weed. The boys decided to become professional actors by all means. They began to actively attend auditions, but they couldn't get anything more than a role of a face in a crowd scene. Also, in 1989, Affleck starred in an advertising campaign for Burger King. After graduating school, Ben decided to enter the University of Vermont. The motive for choosing that particular educational institution was by no means a thirst for academic success, but simply unrequited love. Ben fancied a girl named Cheyenne Rothman, who wasn't even studying there and just lived nearby. Unfortunately, their relationship didn't work out, and many years later, he called this sad love story one of the biggest disappointments in his life. Affleck left the university after the first semester and went to Hollywood with Matt Damon. Ben's mom was not happy with her son's decision, as she was afraid that Ben would go wild and it would lead to bad consequences. To some extent, her fears were well-based. Damon and Affleck often threw parties with all the money they had and spent everything on alcohol and soft drugs. But they did not give up their dream of becoming actors. The young men regularly attended auditions. Nevertheless, for a long time, Hollywood was not accepting them. All they got were episodic roles and extras. In 1991, Affleck appeared in the film Daddy, based on the romance novel by Daniel Steele. This job got him $20,000. And in 1992, Ben and Matt were approved for the leading roles in the dramatic film School Ties. It's worth noting that this film was a lucky ticket not only for Damon and Affleck, but also for Brendan Fraser and Chris O'Donnell. Ben received $30,000 for this role. The money earned was easily spent. Matt and Ben rented a cottage on the coast where they blissfully squandered and threw grand parties. Part of the money was spent on a short film with a loud title, I Killed My Lesbian Wife, hung her on a meat hook, and now I have a 3-picture deal at Disney, which was released in 1993. The film was shot in just a couple of days. However, adult life quickly put everything in its place. The money eventually came to an end, and a huge tax debt, $15,000, was hanging over the young people like a Damocles sword. With parties and a house by the sea left behind, Damon and Affleck moved to a small house in the Eagle Rock area. Ben decided to pursue higher education. He went to Occidental College in Los Angeles, where he studied Arabic. The other 2 languages the actor speaks fluently are French and Spanish. For a while, Ben was successfully combining studying and shooting in small projects. While working on the movie Dazed and Confused, Affleck became friends with Matthew McConaughey. The actor also tried to prove himself in his studies. When an actor teacher asked him to write a short story on any topic, Ben and Matt wrote 20 pages. But the teacher ridiculed the work, calling it nonsense, and Affleck quit college. In 1995, director and screenwriter Kevin Smith noticed the bosom buddies on the set of the comedy Mallrats. Since then, Ben and Matt have appeared in almost every one of the director's work. It is curious to note that in the opening credits of the film, Affleck's character is presented as the hero of the non-existent comic book Buttman. But maybe it was a sign. In 1995, the actor played the main role in the film Glory Days. A year later, in 1996, Affleck starred in Kevin Smith's comedy Chasing Amy, the 3rd film in the View Askew universe.
I can't talk to you without wanting to express my love for everything you are. And I know this will probably queer our friendship, no pun intended. But I had to say it.
The actor's fee was $7,000. 1997 became a turning point in Affleck's career. In September, the movie Going All the Way was released, in which the actor played the main role. And in December, the drama Good Will Hunting premiered. The script for this film was written by Affleck and Damon, which they based on the same story they wrote for the college. They took 2 roles in the film for themselves. Their participation in the filming was a condition for the sale of the work. They weren't able to sell the script right away, but in the end it was acquired by Miramax. The cost of the script is said to have been $600,000. The main role, a janitor with a phenomenal IQ, was played by Matt Damon, and his friend was played by Ben Affleck. The director invited Robin Williams to play the role of the psychologist.
Look, you're my best friend, so don't take this the wrong way. In 20 years, if you're still living here, coming over my house to watch the Patriots game, still working construction, I'll fucking kill you.
The film swept the box office. The profit was 22 times the amount that was spent on the creation of the picture. As for Affleck, he received $300,000 for the movie. In 1998, the film received 2 Oscars for Best Screenplay and Best Supporting Actor. The statuette went to Robin Williams. Affleck and Damon also received a Golden Globe for Best Screenplay, and the National Society of Film Critics gave them an honorary award for Outstanding Cinema. By the way, the future movie stars Ben and Matt shared a bank account for a long time. They also founded the Pearl Street Films production company in 1998, and a little later, another company called Live Planet. In the same year, not just the professional side of Affleck's life was getting better, but also the personal one. Gwyneth Paltrow, who needed consolation after breaking up with Brad Pitt, became his girlfriend. Gwyneth and Ben made a very beautiful couple. They gave each other expensive gifts, did not part for a minute, and were making plans for the future. In 1998, several films were released at once with the young actor's participation. Ben played one of the main roles in the fantasy thriller Phantoms. On the set of Michael Bay's blockbuster Armageddon, Affleck found himself surrounded by Hollywood stars. Bruce Willis, Steve Buscemi, Liv Tyler, and others became his partners on the set.
I love her.
Way wrong answer!
Whoa, it's getting real.
Stop me! Bullet never got close, just a ricochet.
It's all funny till somebody gets shot in the leg.
But the tragic comedy Shakespeare in Love was not particularly successful for Affleck. He agreed to play an uncharacteristic role for the sake of Gwyneth. Nevertheless, in the end, the picture received the Actors Guild Award for Best Cast. This film became fatal for Gwyneth and Affleck's relationship. On the set of the film, Paltrow participated in erotic scenes with the main character performed by Joseph Fiennes. She would constantly express her admiration for her scene partner. One time, Ben busted Paltrow with Joseph Fiennes. The actress's excuse was that it was only a rehearsal, nothing more than a misunderstanding. Affleck didn't believe it and broke off the relationship. After breaking up with Gwyneth Paltrow, Ben Affleck's personal life became one of the most discussed topics. He was said to have had romances with Nicole Kidman, Famke Janssen, and Sandra Bullock. After breaking up with Rob Schneider, the actress was crushed and briefly consoled by an affair with Ben. The handsome actor himself refused to comment on his personal life, which only fueled interest. In 1999, Ben, along with his brother Casey, appeared in the comedy drama 200 Cigarettes, and together with Sandra Bullock starred in the drama Forces of Nature, which was not particularly successful at the box office. On the other hand, the comedy of Kevin Smith, Dogma, where Affleck and Damon played fallen angels, was received very well by the public.
Wake up! These humans have besmirched everything he's bestowed upon them. They were given paradise, they threw it away. They were given this planet, they destroyed it. They were favored best among all his endeavors. And some of them don't even believe he exists.
In 2000, Ben Affleck starred in the crime thriller Boiler Room, and in the drama Bounce. He reunited with Gwyneth Paltrow, but only on the screen. This movie brought Ben $12.5 million. Also, Affleck voiced the main character Joseph in the animated film Joseph, King of Dreams. In the same year, Affleck starred with Charlize Theron in the crime thriller Reindeer Games. Ben was injured on the set of the film. In the scene where his hero was stabbed, the actor was knocked down. He hit his head and suffered a concussion. Filming had to be interrupted so that Affleck, who played the main role in the film, could recover. The actor's fee for participating in this film was $6 million. In 2001, Ben took part in the filming of the comedy Daddy and Them and starred in the drama The Third Wheel. Affleck was also an executive producer of the film. In the same year, Ben, along with Matt Damon, reappeared in Kevin Smith's film Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. It's worth noting that Ben and Matt agreed to act in this movie only because they felt they owed Kevin Smith. The actors were grateful for the help in promoting their script for Good Will Hunting. Also in 2001, the historical drama Pearl Harbor was released, in which Affleck starred alongside Josh Hartnett and Kate Beckinsale.
If I have a fault, it's candor. You are just so... That cork just got away from me.
The film became the leader of the world box office, and Ben received $10 million. The next year, the actor's filmography was full of dramatic films. He starred in the film Changing Lanes, together with Samuel L. Jackson, and in The Sum of All Fears, together with Morgan Freeman. Each project brought the actor $10 million. That year, Affleck was included in the list of the 50 most beautiful people of the 20th century, according to People magazine, and was named the sexiest man. The year 2003 turned out to be quite controversial for the actor, albeit profitable. The adaptation of the comic series Daredevil was successful at the box office and received good reviews from critics. Affleck adored this comic as a kid, and for his participation in the filming he received $11.5 million and a percentage of the box office.
What do you want?
I just wanted to get your name. I didn't want any trouble.
Look, I don't like being followed, so don't.
He began to prepare 3 months before the start of the filming. He was trained every day and learned various fighting styles. Still, during the filming there were 4 stuntmen who replaced Ben in especially risky scenes. However, despite the success at the box office, the film also earned Affleck the Golden Raspberry for Worst Actor. In the same year, Ben starred in the fantastic action movie Paycheck and received $15 million.
I don't think this is my stuff.
It's not?
No.
I don't know what happened.
His next 2 movies, Surviving Christmas and Jersey Girl, were not particularly well received by the critics. However, the latter brought the actor $10 million. But there's one movie at the mention of which Affleck twitches to this day, Geely. The film turned out to be a complete fiasco, and Affleck's on-screen duet with Jennifer Lopez was called the worst tandem in the history of cinema. Nevertheless, the picture brought Ben $12.5 million. It should also be noted that Affleck had a romance with Jennifer Lopez while shooting the movie. Fans admired the couple. The media attention to the couple was even ridiculed by J.Lo in the music video Jenny from the Block, which was filmed in the style of a documentary film. They were called Bennifer by the public, although some refer to Ben as Mr. Lopez. An engagement soon followed. Ben presented the singer with a 6.1 carat pink diamond ring from Harry Winston worth $1 million. But the magnificent wedding scheduled for September 2003 did not follow. Soon the information about the separation of the couple surfaced. It was rumored that Ben felt uncomfortable in this relationship. After a while, Ben began to be noticed in the company of Jennifer Garner, his partner in the films Daredevil and Pearl Harbor. They soon began dating. They were first spotted together on the spectator stand of a basketball game in 2004. They both avoided the hype and did not seek to flaunt their relationship. Ben proposed to Jennifer at her birthday party. And in the summer of 2005, on a tiny Caribbean island, they secretly got married. A few months later, on December 1st, 2005, Jennifer gave birth to Ben's first daughter, Violet. Their second child, Serafina Rose Elizabeth, was born on January 6, 2009, and their son, Samuel Garner, was born on February 27, 2012. In 2005, Affleck played the main role in the drama Man About Town, and a year later appeared in a small role in the comedy Clerks 2 and in the crime thriller Smoking Aces. In the same year, Ben Affleck and Adrian Brody starred in Hollywoodland, which tells the story of the mysterious death of actor George Reeves.
Oh, come on, George. What do you want from life?
Oh, I don't know. Settle for Clark Gable's career.
Take the job.
For this role, Ben was nominated for a Golden Globe and won the Saturn Award for Best Supporting Actor. The actor's fee for playing in the film was $2.8 million. Affleck soon made his directorial debut and reappeared as a screenwriter in the dramatic thriller Gone Baby Gone. The film was released in 2007. The main role in the film was played by the actor's brother, Casey Affleck. The film received very good reviews. In 2009, the comedy drama He's Just Not That Into You was released, in which Affleck played together with Jennifer Aniston. The other 2 movies that were released that year were the comedy Extract and the dramatic thriller State of Play, in which Ben played one of the leading roles.
You were just seeking the truth, that's all. You're a truth seeker. That's all. You can't help it. It's who you are. You're such a hypocrite. You're not interested in me. Me coming here was all about you and getting your story. I trusted you.
In 2010, he starred in the drama The Company Men and in the thriller The Town, which he also directed. The film was warmly received by film critics. In his next work, the thriller Argo, which was released in 2012, Affleck was not planning to act. The film tells the real story of the rescue of American diplomats from captivity in Iran in 1979. Brad Pitt was offered the main role, but he couldn't make it because of his other projects. As a result, Affleck played the role himself. By the way, in order to give the film a 1970s feel, Affleck shot it on regular film, cut the footage in half, and then stretched it to 200% to increase the grain. Some critics noted a somewhat free interpretation of the historical facts in the movie, but the film was well received.
There are only bad options. It's about finding the best one.
You don't have a better bad idea than this?
This is the best bad idea we have, sir. By far.
The film won a Best Picture Oscar, and Affleck took the Golden Globe as Best Director. Also in 2012, Ben played the main role in the drama To the Wonder, and a year later, together with Justin Timberlake, he starred in the crime thriller Runner Runner. The film tells about the backstage of online gambling. It's worth mentioning that the actor himself is a big gambler. He's a regular in Las Vegas. Ben once won $350,000 in the California State Poker Championship Sunday. In 2014, Ben played the role of Nick Dunn, a man who is looking for his missing wife, played by Rosamund Pike in the detective thriller Gone Girl. In 2015, the actor received the Golden Raspberry for Reputation Restoration. In the same year, after their wedding anniversary, Affleck and Garner announced their separation. According to some reports, there were many reasons: the actor's love for alcohol and gambling, and his affair with the nanny of their children. Jennifer had been trying to save the marriage for a long time. The couple went to family therapy and tried to work on their relationship. However, all was in vain. The divorce proceedings started and lasted for 3 years. 2016 was a productive year for Affleck in terms of work. He played the role of Batman in the blockbuster Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice. As soon as the actor was approved for his role, he began active preparations. He spent 2 hours in the gym every day. He gained almost 31 pounds of muscle mass, and he brought his level of body fat to 8% of his total body weight. He was also the tallest of all Batmen. Affleck's height is 6'3", and according to the canon, Bruce Wayne is 6'2".
All those circuses back east carrying an empty box.
They don't know how to honor him, except as a soldier.
What's interesting is that the Warner Brothers company immediately warned Affleck of a possible negative public reaction for choosing him to play Batman. He was advised not to read the comments on the internet, which Ben did not obey. After reading only a few messages on the forum, he immediately turned off his computer. The top managers of Warner Brothers responded to the rough cut of the film with a standing ovation and immediately held new negotiations with the actor about further projects. But the audience was not so loyal. The film received several nominations for the Golden Raspberry, including Worst Actor. Fun fact, Ben wanted to buy the Batman suit after the filming was done, but having learned its cost, $100,000, he decided to do with just a photo. By the way, he also appears as Batman in the movie Suicide Squad with Margot Robbie, as well as in the film Justice League.
Listen, I was wondering if you could put out a, the feeler, the aquatic, I mean, do you talk to fish?
In 2016, Affleck also played the main role in the action movie The Accountant. In the film Live by Night, he is not only a leading actor, but also a screenwriter and director. This is his fourth directorial work. The project was also produced by Leonardo DiCaprio. In 2018, Garner and Affleck finally divorced. Jennifer did not claim property, and the custody of the children was shared equally. However, the actor was not alone. Perhaps the rumors of betrayal were well grounded. Even before the official divorce, Ben began dating producer Lindsay Shukas. She tried to help Ben cope with alcohol addiction, but the couple broke up. Lindsay could not stand the constant attention of the paparazzi. After that, Ben was seen in the company of Sean Sexton, a Playboy magazine model. Ben went through depression after breaking up with his wife and drowned his grief in alcohol. However, he pulled himself together and began treatment. He underwent rehabilitation in 2017 and in the summer of 2018. As Ben later admitted, alcohol had been his worst enemy for many years. Perhaps the reason is in his genes, because his father and aunt also suffered from this addiction. It was alcohol that destroyed his family with Jennifer. The actor still struggles with the addiction, and sometimes it takes over. In 2019, after Halloween, he was seen in a state of severe intoxication on the streets of Los Angeles. Ben was wearing a skull mask and nearly fell into the road. In 2019, the thriller Triple Frontier was released, in which Ben Affleck played the main role. The project had been going on since 2000. The team had been constantly changing, with Ben also leaving to undergo treatment. The work on the movie resumed after it was bought out by Netflix. For this role, Affleck received $8 million. In 2019, the actor worked with Kevin Smith again. He played a supporting role in the comedy Jay and Silent Bob Reboot. In 2020, the thriller The Last Thing He Wanted was released, where Affleck starred together with Anne Hathaway. In the sports drama The Way Back, Affleck plays a former basketball player, now a loser alcoholic who gets the chance to coach a school team. In the same year, the shooting of the thriller Deep Water took place, during which Affleck met Ana de Armas. Later information appeared in the media that there was a romance between the actors. It seemed that everything was getting better, and the young actress was already called Ben's savior. The actress introduced the girl to his mother and children. In November 2020, the couple engaged. However, in January 2021, they broke up. Anna told Ben about the breakup by phone. Affleck impulsively got rid of all the things that reminded him of this relationship, including throwing out a full-length cardboard figure of de Armas. In 2021, Zack Snyder's Justice League was released, where Ben returned to the role of Batman.
You know, it's funny. You would talk about people who died in my arms. Because when I held Harley Quinn and she was bleeding and dying, she begged me with her last breath. And when I killed you.
The picture received high reviews from the audience. For October 2021, the premiere of the drama The Last Duel was announced, where Matt Damon will appear in the title role. In January 2022, the thriller Deep Waters is expected to be released, in which Ben plays the main role. Currently, Ben Affleck is actively preparing for the filming of the war drama Ghost Army and the fantastic action movie The Flash, in which Ben will return to the role of Batman. The other upcoming projects with the participation of the actor are the crime thriller The Accountant 2 and the fantastic thriller Hypnotic, in both of which Ben will play the main roles. Affleck will also produce, direct, and act in the upcoming film Witness for the Prosecution. At the moment, the actor's fortune is $150 million. His income mainly comes from film royalties as well as participation in advertising campaigns. In 2005, Ben Affleck became the face of the Axe deodorant brand, getting $1.5 million. For his participation in L'Oreal commercials, Ben received more than $1 million. In 2016, he also appeared in a funny commercial in which he encouraged the state of New Hampshire to come to the polls. With a decent income, Affleck can afford luxury real estate. Back in 2003, during the relationship with Jennifer Lopez, he acquired an estate in Georgia for $7.1 million. The house is decorated in the style of 19th century American architecture. The interior decoration is done in soothing colors with an abundance of cozy decor details. There is a boat station and a pier on the site. The estate is now up for sale for $8.9 million. In 2009, Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck purchased a home in the Pacific Palisades of Los Angeles for $17.5 million. There are many buildings on the site, a large house, a green lawn with a playground, a swimming pool, and a tennis court. Jennifer continued to live in this house until the end of 2018. Later, she and the children moved, and the mansion was sold to Adam Levine, the lead singer of Maroon 5, for $32 million in January 2019. In April 2018, the actor purchased a mansion in the same area of the Pacific Palisades for $20 million. The house has 7 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms, a gourmet kitchen with dining area, cinema, gym, and study. While white is the dominant color in the design, everything looks very cozy. Also on the site, there is a swimming pool and a guest house. The actor's car park consists of several cars. One of our favorites is the flamboyant Chevy Chevelle SS. He also has a Lexus LS, Bentley Azure, Land Rover Discovery, Bentley Bentayga, Dodge Challenger, and Mercedes-Benz S-Class. The actor became a meme several times. There is a sad Affleck meme, and in 2020, the actor was photographed at the moment when he desperately tried to hold an order of 4 glasses of coffee and donuts. This photo was called a reflection of the emotional state in 2020. What do you think is the secret behind Ben Affleck's success? If you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss anything interesting.